All right, what is up, guys? This video is what you should start off with doing in Samurai Seller, and it's for if you do not have ads running. Okay, this specific video is for starting off. All right, if you have basically you're just new to Amazon, so I know a lot of guys who are brand new and want to figure out ads. Um, the first thing you should do is do a course, and I will have the video in the notes. Okay, it's called Samurai Power User Course. Samurai Course. Okay, it's on YouTube, and I'll have the link down below. But the first thing you just need to realize is that there's a lot to ads. It is an entire field, and there's a lot of like boring stuff that you have to learn. The videos are not meant to be entertaining. It's just the things that you should know to have the most success through Amazon ads. And you know, I'm teaching it myself personally, and I mean, guys, there's a lot to learn. I don't know what to say. Like, an engineer doesn't just go build a building the first day. You first have to learn. Okay, good. Well, what is this specific thing? And anyway, that's what you should start with. If you do not know about ads currently, you should learn that. Learn all the terminology. Learn what you are advertising for. What's the purpose? All this kind of stuff. I cover that on a course in full. Has several modules. Please go through it. And if you have done ads before, then you could just dive in and use the tool and check out the various tutorials in the tool. Okay. But after you learn a little bit about what Amazon what Amazon ads are with the training, I recommend you go here and you're going to create your first campaigns. And this is going to be done. I would recommend you to do this if you have nothing running. Probably, like, if you're brand new to Amazon and you have no reviews, you don't want to do this, okay? Because you don't want to. You want to have at least probably 5 to 10 reviews, and ideally maybe 20 or 25 before you go ahead and send ads to this place, okay, to your page. And the main reason is Amazon sees that you don't have a product that's selling very well, and they're gonna penalize you. So. Let's say you're selling a silicone spatula. Silicone spatula. Spatula. So I'm gonna go through creating your first set of ads, and hopefully you have some reviews. Or if you have been doing this and you know already how to advertise, you can also start with 0 reviews or 1 review or whatever to advertise. Now, if you've done the training, you'll understand everything here on the side. But essentially, you are going to create an automatic campaign, also product targeting campaign. And then if you're new, a lot of times I recommend this exact and broad. And this covers all of your bases. I'm not going to go too crazy into what all this means, but exact targets exactly what you're searching, and broad gives you more things than that. Overall budget you have to see. What I like to do on new products is I just see like maybe the profit you're going to make on a few sales. So let's say you were to, you sell like a product and your profit on that is about $3, and you expect your goal is to get like 10 sales a day, then maybe you could spend up to $30, okay, as your daily budget. Now, again, doesn't mean you're going to spend $30 unless your bids are high, and this also splits it between all these different campaigns. So I wouldn't put less than $10 a day. Even if you're ready to advertise, you should be spending at least probably $10. And again, if it doesn't convert, then the next day you're going to jump in and reduce it. So I'll just put, let's say 30. And then you're going to put your SKU, and I have a image here on where to find your SKU. Okay, so when you go into Seller Central, you go to here to the inventory page, and then right here or in blue will be your SKU for your product. If you don't see the product, it should be right there. If you can click on this active button to show your active ones, and it will not show your parent items. So grab that SKU, stick that sucker right here, my SKU, whatever, and then our little system's going to check, and it's going to connect it to your ASIN. Hopefully you know all that stuff too, what all that means, but it's just finding your product. Okay, cool. So keywords. All right, so which keywords should you use? Right, starting off, I would recommend going for what's called a long tail keyword, meaning, if you are selling a silicone spatula, we can actually search for it and see what that actually looks like. Silicone spatula, right? And I'm just going to do something with no software. There are some softwares that can help you like kind of pick these and see the search results and what people are searching for. But let's just do this. I wouldn't go right away for silicone spatula when you're starting out. You want to find something that has maybe more words. So here's silicone spatula turner. silicone spatula, wood handle, silicone spatula, spoon. So you can see what fits. If you're spelling maybe a small silicone spatula, you might want to go after that. Silicone spatula, small. Okay, these are small. So if you have like something small like that, this is probably a pretty good keyword, because this guy, although he was number one in the general one, he's not number one here. So you have bigger likelihood. And there are tools that'll give you exactly how much people are searching for this thing on Amazon. But you know what? For now, if you just start, that's actually totally fine. I would go after this one. Let's try that. And then just look, what else? What else is it? If it is a small spatula, maybe let's see. This is mini spatula. So you would put silicone spatula mini as well. And maybe even tiny. Like, some of this is, you're really just gonna like kind of guess. And again, by the way, you could also press this button, load Amazon suggested keywords, and you can do that. And you probably should do that. Press the Amazon suggested. Right here, it's not going to suggest anything because I have a fake SKU. But if you load those in there, go through it. They're going to say things like Turner, spatula, red spatula, OXO spatula. These things will show up here when you press that button. What you're going to do, get rid of the ones that are not that related to your product. For now, you don't want to go that. So like if you have a black spatula and red spatula comes up, take it off. Yours is not an OXO spatula, you should take it off. Yours, if you're not selling a Turner, you want to take it off. Okay, and then you just keep the ones like spatula, that's good, you can keep it. Maybe this one was, silicone spatula set, or whatever. Okay, so you just keep the ones that Amazon suggests. This is for later. If you're starting off, you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so we're going to start off with that. And good. I left this, closed because right now you don't need to deal with that. And then product targeting. Here you could do Amazon suggested and see what shows up. The other thing you do, you can get a Chrome extension called ASIN Grabber Lite. I guess I don't have it here on me, so but it grabs all these on the page, or you can do it manually. I mean, it's not the best to do it manually, but let's say you do have this small silicone spatula. What you're going to do is you're going to take, you should get this extension called DS Amazon Quick View, so you can see the ASIN right here, and you can grab it. If not, you have to go in there and grab the ASIN, which would be right here. So you take that, and then you're going to put it for here. And the reason, here's what's happening, guys. Okay, so the reason you want to do this, and I don't suggest high bids on these, but here's what's happening. You want to actually rank for silicone spatula mini if you have a mini silicone spatula, right? Or mini silicone spatula, whatever, right? Either way, broad if you do silicone spatula mini will also get mini silicone spatula. Okay, so if you get sales, a couple, your ad might show up here, maybe at the bottom of the page. Starting off, you're not going to have a very high bid. You're just trying to see what keyword people are, responding to your ad for. So in that case, you get a couple sales on the bottom of the page. But then if you product target, okay, and again, the training that I covered goes exactly what each of these types are, but you're going to put your ad on over here on this guy's page. Your product might show up right here. Now, the reason that's important is Amazon likes when you sell their customers. So if someone actually clicks on, they search silicone spatula small, they go to this page, they go, this looks cheap, I don't want it. Oh, I like this guy's spatula. This little set is awesome, or this mini spatula is good. Maybe they go to some mini one. Is that a mini spatula? Beauty spatulas? Okay. So this one, and they go here, I love this one. And you click on this, and they buy. You're going to get what's called rank juice, meaning Amazon is going to move you a little bit higher in the search results based on the fact that somebody searched this, went on this page, this person did not sell them, who's currently their star player, right? It's their whatever, the guy that they love. Then at the bottom, you sold them. So they're going to give you a little bit of a boost there. So you want to go ahead and take some of these guys, particularly, if you want to be a little bit, you don't want to spend so much, take the guys who are like either very expensive. So let's say yours, you're going to sell it at $6.99 or something. Then you want to go after the higher price guys, or the guys with the lower star rating. So maybe everybody that has, in this case, everybody has good ratings because spatula is hard to mess up. But in some cases, you can go after like only guys that have 4 stars or less. Because at the beginning, you're not trying to dominate. If you're just starting off, you're not trying to just spend a bunch of money and see what happens, because Amazon will let you spend a lot of money. What you want to do is get very targeted into exactly what you're going to spend your money on, right? So if you're only spend $10 a day, you might want to spend on this spatula and this spatula, but you may not want to do this one because yours happens to be these three colors. Or like this guy, you're selling, say, 3 of these at $9.99. Maybe you don't want to show up on this guy's page. Anyway, honestly, you could take all of them and then just put low bids. That's probably what I would do instead of talking so much. I don't want to get you guys thinking too hard. Like, the thing is just to make the ad first. So you take a couple of these, couple of the top guys, put them here, put the product targets. Here you go. By the way, the extension is called, the one you need to download is DS Amazon Quick View. Okay, that's that little hand up there. So you should download that to do this. And just grab all these. And if you have a Chrome extension called ASIN Grabber Lite, and that is here, ASIN Grabber Lite. That one will help you because you can copy all them in one fell swoop. But let's just take these first 2 rows, okay? And you could also, you probably, honestly, if you have ASIN Grabber Lite, you could probably do the first 3 pages, and you just put a lower bid because you have more opportunities. Maybe someone's buying this and they're like, this guy's listing is not very good. It has 12-star ratings, looks really weird and kind of cheap, and 4-star. I don't know about this guy. I don't want to buy him. So then at this point, your ad here might perform better because this guy is not such a good seller. So you want to get all that stuff. Okay, good. Negative product targeting, you don't need to do that right now. Okay, and then bidding. All right, so here, when you're starting off, I probably would do Amazon minimum suggested. Okay, and then down only is just fine. Maximum bid. This probably won't affect you because you're not going to be increasing the bids too high. Like, just put something your maximum you're going to bid on one single click. And then here, these are just defaults. In case Amazon is not suggesting a minimum, this will be your default. And if you have a pretty, inexpensive product, you can leave these defaults right in there. Now for the auto bid, you could actually decrease that, probably. And then you do top of search. Again, the training covers what all this stuff is, but you can just put a lower bid and top of search. You can maybe put 75. And then product targeting, I probably would, depending on your product price. If you're selling like a $50 product or $100 product, you want to definitely bid more. But if you're in the like $10 to $15 range, $1 is probably pretty good. If yours is less than $10, you might want to go down to like 75 cents. And then what's going to happen is you will get suggestions later in these different things like Bid Optimizer. It'll give you suggestions to increase bids. But guys, if this sounds all like Chinese to you, please go do the course. It's going to be in the comments on this YouTube video because you can get through that course probably in like an hour and a half, and you're going to have the basic understanding of what all this crap is. But there you go. And then you go ahead and press create campaigns. If I did that right now, it would break. Like, it's not going to do anything because the SKU is wrong. Okay, this SKU is verifying. But when you go ahead and do that, what it's going to do is going to create this automatic campaign. Amazon's going to find a bunch of things for you to advertise on. They're going to make the discretion. It's going to have whatever, like a $5 total daily budget. Product targeting campaign is going to create it. That might have like a $4 daily budget. Then exact and broad, that might have like $8 and $8. Okay, so you are testing the waters, okay, to see if your ad can make sales on these. And then later on, if let's say you had this right here and someone happened to love it, tiny silicone spatula set. If you have broad, you're going to show up when somebody searches that. If that gets you a sale, you got like 2 clicks, you got 1 sale, it's like kicking ass. It'll later on show up in this tool called Keyword Extractor. You click the button and then you're going to spend more and more money on that one that's getting you sales. The ones that are not getting you sales, Bid Optimizer will help you lower the bid. Then, we can go over all these different tools later, but this should be your first step to create your first campaign with a relatively decent budget that you can live with spending daily. This might be too high. You might want to do $15, right? But I definitely don't do less than 10. And again, if you spend that money in one day, you learn something, right? And then you want to, the very next day in the morning, go and check the yesterday's data. You can do that right here in analytics and put date range yesterday. And the ones that didn't make money, lower the bid, right? That's Bid Optimizer is meant a lot of times when you have your campaigns kind of on autopilot and these campaigns are going and going and going, and you're going to make small changes, right? But right when you create a campaign your first day, you want to do some of the stuff manually. And the reason, our tool doesn't do that is like, you're going to need to look. Guys, nothing replaces you understanding the data and making choices. That's why I have that absolutely free course, which I highly suggest you do. It's going to be in the comments. And you need to understand, like, After one day, you're just starting off, you got 3 clicks, you just spent $5, you don't like it, you can lower the bid a little bit. So there's different choices that you have to make like that, but this is a good start. See, if you did a good job and you have good images, good stuff, and you have, let's say, 10, 15 reviews, doing this will get you 1 sale, 2 sales, 3 sales. And then if that works, boom, you're in the game, you're getting sales, you're getting data. Keyword Extractor is going to help you. You're going to decrease and increase bids on the ones that are making or not making sales. You do a lot of stuff manually, and you're well on your way. Thank you very much. I hope that was helpful. And if you have questions, you can do contact support, and we will help you. And also comment on the YouTube video course if you are taking it. Ask questions. We're making more modules and making more training all the time because we want to make sure you can reach your audience. And also, by the way, you need to have a good product and you need to have good images that attract them. If you don't do that basic work, ads will not work for you. I think that is a kind of a no-brainer, but has to be said sometimes. So thank you, Aaron, Summer Seller. Have a good one.